so often it goes to just like understanding, like seeing the big picture, because it can sound so impractical with how's that going to help me? But it's just like you say, when you see everything, understand everything, then you won't even ask like what to do, because so again, yeah, I don't want to go into this kind of rabbit hole here, but just gonna completely emphasize that just the awareness itself, I think, is so helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. And then another kind of like analogy comes to my mind is that I usually tell it like when imagine that you went to a grocery store, and then somewhere like in the middle of a store you realize like, oh my God, I think I forgot to turn off the stove. And then in that time, like the brain goes like wild, like, okay, maybe there is already fire and all sorts of crazy stuff. And then if you try to really calm down, oh, come on, let's think rationally, nothing is going to happen. There still will be part of our brain that's going to be like, like, I don't know yet. Maybe it's going to be some trouble when I come back home. And then when you go back home and then we actually see that there is like the stove was off all this time, suddenly there is like there's no how. Like how did you turn off that brain from like, alarming you? How did it happen? You didn't do literally anything. You just realized that there is no threat because the stove was off. So it's like, I mean, maybe it's a very simplified, analogy, but I feel like in a similar way, once we start really truly understanding how things work, what are the tricks the brain is playing, and that's how we start getting like the answers for ourselves, like how to approach certain things. So we are not going to follow that unconscious desire to protect ourselves from something that is only a perceived threat. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say that I've used your exact analogy countless times. It's a wonderful one.